Election night 1983, an ascendant Labor hero precipitating now familiar hand-wringing over the future of a depleted Liberal Party.
We must gain the respect of the electorate, not by just being anti-Labor, but through policies that have meaning and relevance to all Australians.
We have got to appeal to the people in a general sense. That means being more responsive to the aspirations of young people and more responsive to the aspirations of what one might call the new woman, the woman who doesn't have the traditional housekeeping family responsibilities.
A decade later, in the 1990s, and after 4 leadership changes, little appeared to have changed.
And they often send to Canberra mainly like-minded Anglo-Saxon men. Look at the Liberal front bench. No Jews, no one with parents born in a non-Anglo-Celtic country, few women or Catholics.
And then those nagging questions about the party's purpose.
And it was very easy for the Liberals to say we're anti-socialist, we're anti-regulation, when Labor was very socialist and very regulatory. It isn't anymore. It's a different party now. And the Liberals have had a problem in Australia carving out their own identity.
Fast forward to 2026 and a similar debate is raging anew. But this time there's fear it might be terminal.
It's accurate to say the Liberal Party is in an existential crisis.
How on earth, now that it's pincered between the Teals and a resurgent One Nation, should the party respond? And would dumping Sussan Ley resolve the party's crisis of credibility and relevance to Australians?
Yes, it's existential, but we're not there yet. People are looking for a genuine alternative. It's up to us now to provide that genuine alternative. And sometimes that means reminding ourselves of what it is that we stand for.
It's not clear what the Liberal Party stands for in 2026, and it's not clear what the purpose of the Liberal Party is. That's not just my view, that's the view of Liberal MPs, and that is the view of the electorate.
Amidst the crisis of ideological purpose, the current debate is mainly about personality. Who is best to lead it out of electoral purgatory? And whether Sussan Ley's days are numbered.
Sussan absolutely has my support. She was elected leader. I believe she's doing a good job and I'll continue to support her.
Such assurances are increasingly ringing hollow as leadership fever fills the air. Current and former Liberal MPs today gathered in Melbourne for the memorial of late colleague Katie Allen. But not before some of Sussan Ley's key rivals went into a huddle. At the top of their agenda, how to break an impasse between Angus Taylor and Andrew Hastie on who should take her on.
I find it astonishing that there are meetings taking place about the leadership of the Liberal Party on a day such as today.
As unbecoming as today's extraordinary Godfather-like scenes might have appeared, it demonstrates momentum is firming for a leadership shake-up. Sources say the standoff between Hastie and Taylor has not been resolved. And there's frustration from some in the party that the suburban Melbourne meeting effectively locks them into challenging Ley. Pulling out now would look foolish to the rest of the party. As one senior Conservative told 7:30, this is amateur hour.
It's impossible to say who will prevail at this stage.
John Roscombe is a student of the Liberal Party and says that despite both men riding in tandem as Conservatives, there are differences between them.
Angus Taylor at the moment is presenting himself as an experienced, wise hand who's had senior positions in the coalition, who understands Australia's economic challenges and would be a steady hand at the tiller. Andrew Hastie, on the other hand, is presenting himself as the face of generational change.
Angus Taylor is a classic capital C Conservative with, pretty traditional views on the economy and a small state. Andrew Hastie is quite different. He has far more populist strains. From what we understand of how he understands the economy, he believes in a more protection-focused Australia, potentially increasing and onshoring manufacturing, but that would definitely mean government subsidies, so a much bigger role for the state.
Maria Taflagar, who wrote her doctorate on the Liberal Party, argues the current crisis between Conservatives and moderates is another chapter in an age-old internal fight.
What people need to understand about the Liberal Party is it's what we call a hybrid conservative Liberal Party. So it's got Conservatives and Liberals in the same party. The point of the Liberal Party was essentially to oppose Labor, to protect private property. That's the thing that really unites these two political forces, which don't always agree.
When it truly wants to govern, she says, the Liberal Party succeeds by shelving its differences.
But when this party is in opposition, it faces this dilemma of reconciling its direction and having to actually pick, is it going to be oil or water that dominates?
The Liberal Party has always presented itself as a broad church, but that church is now so large that it's not clear the roof can bear the pressure on debates around climate change, around economic policies, around immigration, around freedom of speech.
Whatever Sussan Ley's fate in coming days and weeks, the road ahead for Australia's longest-serving party of government looks rocky.
I think it's unfortunate but true to say that the Liberal Party room has never really given Sussan Ley the breathing space, bandwidth, or even the sort of respect that a leader-dominant party like the Liberal Party requires. If the leader of the Liberal Party is unable to dominate their party room, they do not survive.